Hello folks, Now Creek Fly Shop here. Today I'm going to tie another bucktail. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be using white polar bear, super long. I'm going to be using pink polar bear. Never seen a pink polar bear in the wild before. And I'm going to be using black or dark gray Chinese goat for the top. A little bit of flash, tied with a stinger. So I'm going to start off by putting the wire for my loop through the eye of the hook. Bring my thread back. Now I'm going to bend the wire, like so. There. Next I'm going to put on some crystal trilobal chenille. And that's going to be my body under the wings. So I want the fibers to be only on the bottom. I don't want the fibers to be on the top because that's going to push up my wing material. So I have a choice. I can trim it with scissors, or I can force it down and put some Gulf resin on top. And that's my choice. I'm going to force it down and put some Gulf resin on top. Yeah.
Put this out and set it up, eh? Good, got it. Got the two on. I'll go with them with set it here while you do.
Now forcing it down with the Gulf resin could be kind of neat. Now I soaked it with Flexman and now I'm securing it. There we are. I used some Flexman I had laying around. Love the stuff. Love all the Gulf resins. They're really nice. So you can see how that forced it down. Okay, next I'm going to select some really nice polar bear. Let's see, I'm going to grab a couple of strands from here and from here. We're very lucky we have some really nice long polar bear. As you can see, perfect for bucktails. So this fly is going to have not only polar bear, it's also going to have some Chinese long-haired goat that I've dyed up for the top wing. I really like it. So the nice thing about the polar bear is that it actually forms and creates the shape of a minnow. It shapes that torpedo shape like so in the water, and it's translucent. Why is it translucent? Well, it's translucent because polar bears swim many, many miles out into the ocean. 500 miles apparently. Now, let's just come in underneath it. Cut that. There we are. This is an age-old art of tying polar bear minnows. Polar bear bucktails, actually. Why they call it a bucktail, I'm not sure, but it has something to do with, probably, here in Canada we don't have to use bucktail. So we're lucky we can use polar bear. I'm using a nice light pink. And yes, I did dye this up. There we are. I did dye this up. You might say, well, why do you use pink? Well, pink is one of those colors underwater shows up differently than what we used to. Nice. Very nice. So you see a lot of shrimp and bait fish that have a pink hue to them, and that's the key, a pink hue. Shrimp pattern, euphausids, small octopus. Okay, I want to make sure that's in there. Okay, now I'm going to use a little super glue because you can glue this up real nicely. Damn. Damn. I need to open up the hole. The super glue is not the stuff that I normally use, but it's what I have. And let's see if we get that in there. This is going in the garbage. No, it shouldn't. God damn it. There we are. Super glue. I broke the whole lid. Anyway, that's enough super glue for now. I like it because it goes down, sinks down in and holds. It holds that polar bear really nice.
What do you, oh. Okay.
So now I'm going to put a little bit of dressing on it with a dyed reddish, pinkish saddle hackle strip on each side. So these are lateral line marks. Tied like a lateral line. So in the water, this thing is going to be incredibly attractive. Now here is that Chinese goat I was talking about. So you can see how long the fibers are. I love it. Absolutely love this material. And it too, like polar bear, has a lot of underfluff. So the polar bear is going to maintain its shape, and the Chinese goat is just going to give me that top. And on top of that, I'm going to use a very, very dark, I'm going to use a really, really dark Flashaboo. There we are. I don't want that to escape. So, nice. I'm rushing on this because I ordered a pizza. I want to get this done before the pizza is ready. Okay, we're lucky we have a pizza shop across the way here. Now, there we are.
Do you want me to do the sharp of that boxer?
Now, when these flies are either cast or trolled in the deep water, this flash on here is pretty crazy. You can see it from 40 or 50 feet down.
Well, I never said anything.
I'm doing a video. There we are, folks. And that basically is your fly. It's going to be a really, really nice fly. I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of Gulf resin and stick on eyes, and that's it. It'll be done. Stick on eyes. I'm going to use 7mm if I can find them. Yeah, I'm going to use 7mm orange, fluorescent orange, stone full, stick on eyes. And then I'm going to cover it with Gulf resin. I don't normally use the orange, but because of the pink hue, I thought it might be a nice little touch. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, there we are. I always like to do the top first, and this way I can hold the eyes on really well, because they are stick-on eyes and I don't want them sliding off or relocating somewhere else. So now I'll do the bottom. And I'll put a little more on the bottom so I can actually force it over the eyes somewhat. And then I'll top it off with Gulf's Thin Man, which I really like. And here's the Thin Man. Thin Man is much thinner. Beautiful material for chironomids and small flies and heads and skull backs, shrimp backs, all sorts of stuff. I want to make sure we get lots of resin on this to hold the eyes, because we cast this out with full sinking lines. Really important to make sure they're sturdy flies. The Thin Man just cures up so nicely, so quick. I like to see a little bulge under the eyes. So I'll put a little bit on, and I'll rotate my vise and let it sag a bit. Yeah, like that. Cure is tack-free. Perfect. And the hook I'm going to use for the stinger is going to be one of the Arex XO 774 #1. It's a curved, universal curved hook. I like it. It's a real wide gap. It's only a #1 though, and that's nice because some guys, they're out there fishing these Chinook and coho with 3/0 and stuff, and they kill the poor fish. So I like to turn the hook up, this through, and there we are, folks. Right there. There's my nice little bucktail. About to flash. Real nice fly. And this is the time of year when most people are going to be fishing for a big Chinook, coho out in the open ocean. Pretty nice. Thank you, folks.